Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, it is Tony, it is I. In today's video, I tried to film yesterday and I kind of filmed it, but I was kind of like, it was just all over the place. So today I decided that I was like, you know what, like you really need to sit down, write some of your thoughts down, clear a lot of things in your head before you post this video or even like get into this topic, because there's a lot that you have to deal with and you have not processed in your own self. So that's why I'm refilming right now. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that this video, obviously by the title, it has to deal with a lot of like things that have happened since I have been like on HRT and estrogen. My hormones within myself have gone beyond what I thought they were gonna be. Like, it's crazy because you feel it, like on social media it can almost come off like, oh, it's so easy to transition, it's so easy to do this, it's so easy to do that, but I haven't seen some people really dive in and talk about what really goes on in your heart and like your emotions and your feeling and your mental health. And I feel like this is something that has started to affect my life a lot more in the past maybe year since I started this. You know, me, before I get into reading what I wrote down, I've always been very sassy and kind of in a way of like a defense mechanism, but I do feel like within the past year since I have been on hormones and HRT, it has been amplified a little bit more, and I don't like who I was kind of starting to become. And I mentioned this in prior videos how my life has changed, but right now it's at the point where like I feel like I'm starting to lose friends because of it, and I need to put this out there for myself and for anybody who is thinking of transitioning. Not saying that this is to stop you, it's just this is for me to remind myself of like, hey, you know what, in a month from now hopefully you have grown, in 2 months from now you have grown, or in 6 months or a year, just to see where you are and see where you started. So I wrote down a couple of key points that I wanted to remember. I feel like this is easier for me to keep myself on track so that when I edit this video it makes sense. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is just the pills. Like, I know a lot of people say this in their videos, that the pills make you feel some type of way, and believe it or not, they truly make you feel sometimes like, I don't want to say that you're going insane, but like there's so much going on in your body that you start feeling some type of way that's not cool. Like, you know, it feels intense. Your emotions are magnified, your emotions are amplified actually like 100 times what they were before. And the way that I see it is like, when you're a boy, yeah, things affect you, but when you're a woman and you're creating these periods or these things in your body, it's completely different. The way that I was telling my girlfriend about it, it's like when girls get their period, not that it's easier for them, but they've gotten their period their whole lives, so they kind of understand it, as opposed to me, I'm creating that emotion or that quote unquote period, and I've never dealt with that before, so it's hard for me to deal with, you know, like it's hard. You're like, you know, you get a lot of mood swings, you get really bitchy, which is something that I really wanted to talk about. Like, I do get mood swings. There's moments when I'm super nice, and then there's moments when I lash out. Like the other day, I lashed out at a couple friends, and I was like, damn, why the fuck am I lashing out like at everyone? That's not cool either. Like, I shouldn't disrespect them when they are treating me so good. I apologize to my friends that do watch my videos that has happened. It's just sometimes I feel like I don't even realize that I'm doing it, and that I don't want to be that way, you know. And I almost feel like the way that it is, it's like you're almost like a teenager. You know, when you're like 14 and your parents ask you to do something, you lash out. That's how I see it times like 100, because these people are your friends. They're not your mom and dad who maybe will put up with it a little bit more. They are your friends, and they choose to be your friends. So at this point they can choose to no longer want to be a part of your circle or your friends. So just, that's one thing, you know. I also feel a lot more insecure sometimes now, which is really crazy. There's moments when I feel like so good, and there's moments when I'm like, damn, I look not as nice, or I wish I could look more like that. And that's also another reason why I kind of took down my Instagram. Not that I deleted it, I just disabled it, because I wanted to take a step back and remind myself what reality is, and that Instagram is cool and those photos are dope and all of those moments are amazing. They are moments that have taken place in my life, and they're not fake, they're real moments, they're things that did happen, but it's like they say, it's a specific moment in the day. You know, it's not the whole day. Going on from this, I realized that a lot of arguments started to happen because I wasn't dealing with my own inner demons, my childhood anger, or angry that I was at other people who had hurt me in the past. I have always kind of been like, oh, I can deal with it. Like, I can throw that to the back burner. It's not going to affect me. And the older that I've gotten, I've started to realize that it does affect me, because I'm not dealing with those angry issues or those moments in my life where I'm like angry at somebody who did me wrong in the past. Like, I'm not confronting those issues, so now I'm lashing it out or taking it out on friends. You know, don't feel like I'm a malicious person. I feel like I'm a very loving person, and when I love truly, really, really hard. Like, I love the people that are in my life right now, and the friends that I have kept for many years. I think they understand me, and they get certain aspects of me, like the way that I deal with issues of me being scared, or like when something goes wrong in my life. What I like to do is I like to run back to my childhood. I run back to my friends of that time in my life, because they know that other person as well. And normally, like, I'll get in my car, and to do is I like to get in my car and I'll drive out to visit one of my friends who lives about an hour away, who has been one of my best friends for years. Like, that's just me. I run to those friends because we just go back to such a different time in my life. So that's one thing that I did a lot, and I wasn't dealing with the issue. I was kind of just running away from it, which is something that was going on. And I realized that a really dark, gossipy world, which can happen with social media, can happen in this beauty community, or just among friends. Like, it's kind of like a forest catching fire. Like, the moment you light that match, it's gonna ignite a bunch of negativity. And for me, I always tell people, like, try to keep people that uplift you around you and support you. And I was keeping those people around, but I was kind of bringing them down, because I wasn't dealing, but once again, with my inner demons of like my childhood. And as I got older, like I said, I just started to resent people around me, and like, it's not cool. Like I said, that's why I deleted Instagram, because I really easy to notice all of this a year or two ago, because it wasn't as, the emotions were different. Like, literally, I'm in my heart, it's different. Like, you just feel different with these hormones, and so much happens. And I decided that I do want to look for therapy. I want to look for a counselor. I want to look for somebody that I can truly sit there and talk with about love, about hate, about friendships, about the broken past that I have. And how to kind of not necessarily completely fix that, but work on that. I don't want to be a cloud of negativity. I want to uplift people. You know, I know that I'm very loving and I make people laugh, and it's scary, and I'm not going to lie, I'm scared that, like, I get scared to go by myself. You know, it's scary. It's scary to admit that you feel like you might want to find someone to listen or help you in another way, where they're not judging or jumping into the thing, who don't know you. But I do feel like it's time that I go talk to someone about those issues. Sorry guys, I'm not like thinking of hurting myself. That's not what this is. It's just a lot of just emotions internally that I need to take care of. And that's my plan and my promise to myself, to do that. You know, that everyone has issues, you know, but if you run away from them, you never deal with that issue, as opposed to facing that monster head on. And that's what I am going to do, because I want to be a better person for myself, a better friend, a better sister, a better lover, a better person. Because, girl, we there's a heart in here, and this heart loves, and it loves very, very hard. And the only way I can love harder and better is to better myself. And that's the plan. And I want to thank all of the followers that tell me stuff, and we talk back and forth. And I want to thank my friends that are so freaking amazing. You guys have no idea how blessed I am, and how grateful I am that the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, has put these people in my life. Even if we argue and we bicker, I feel like God put them in my life for me to grow and understand aspects of me, and have that group of people to push me to be a better person. Guys that watch and whatnot, thank you. I'm sorry that I have not texted you back or anything like that. I'm just taking a little bit of time for myself and a little bit of time to reflect. So anyways guys, that's it for this video. Let's not make it a sad one. Let's try to make it a positive one. And I know that there is sadness in it, but the sadness is to reach to good and better for myself. I want to be good. I want to be good with me. Have you guys have ever dealt with anything like this? Let me know down below. What did you guys do? Give me some advice. I'm open to taking it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.